Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Monday. I hope you're having a lovely day. This is part 2 of the Copperdale High School renovation, so I wanted to go ahead and do the classroom for this. I'm not sure how many parts this entire renovation will be, but I needed the classrooms to match energy because I am still using the school in a gameplay file, so it was necessary and needed. And it's going to be kind of the complete opposite, but very similar. So you're going to see some similar elements as far as the design, like these cabinets, the floor, the wallpaper, just because I wanted them to be stock. I wanted it to be realistic, right? Like you're not going to have a different kind of desk in a classroom that's just down the hall. At least you're most likely not going to. So I tried to kind of keep that in mind, but the content of this classroom is completely different. So whereas the other one was the science lab, this one is going to be more of a media class. So think like film studies, creative writing, the theater, dramatic arts, stuff like that. So this is really going to be more about creativity, whereas the other one is more about experimentation and science and the discovery process and all of that stuff. So in the game, that's not how they're going to functionally work, because in the game it's still going to be classroom A and classroom B and yada yada, all that stuff, and that's fine. It's fine because we can pretend, right? But really it's all about aesthetics, because these rooms were so boring, they were so bland, and they needed to not be. So I also turned this classroom, whereas the other one is going more of a long ways. This one is kind of cut into two. So we have the traditional class part where we have the seats. We have a whiteboard setup that rolls away so we can have the film screen, because I imagine they're probably watching scenes and stuff like that. And then to the right, we're going to have the teacher's area, kind of where that light is. And then we're going to have some non-traditional seating, which is just a couch that looks like it's seen better days, a couple of leather armchairs. It's just a spot for the kids to kind of sit, convene, and work on stuff without being at the desk. Personally, I was a fan of non-traditional seating in school. I thought desks were always super uncomfortable. I think that's just because of the way that I'm built, though. I have kind of a long torso but short legs, so my feet never fully touched the floor, but I was sitting up kind of high, so it looked like I was taller than I was. My brother's built the same way. It's just a curse, I guess. And then I have not like disproportionately short arms, but for me, kind of short arms, so like it's just a process. I hated those desks. I was not a fan, and they were bucket seats, so it kind of forced you to sit in like a C shape. I'm blaming them on why we all have poor posture, because you could not sit up straight if you wanted to. It was just not gonna happen. Anyway, that was a tangent. I didn't mean to go on, but I always preferred non-traditional seating. I would sit in the floor over sitting in a desk if I was given the opportunity. And that says a lot, because school floors are notoriously gross. It be what it be. I hope you guys had a good weekend. This is Wednesday for me. It's the 11th. I turned 30 on Sunday on the 8th, which is insane. And I had a really crazy weekend, which I love and I'm appreciative of. But as an introvert, I don't know if you knew that about me. I'm an introvert. I am struggling. I'm so tired today. This is the first day that I've been alone. I was alone for part of Monday. So I guess Monday I had alone. But yesterday I had to go into the office. So it was a very short reprieve. But I am appreciative. We did some fun stuff, some stuff I haven't done before. On Friday, my roommate and one of our best friends, Ashbu, we went to get Vietnamese, and we went to Insomnia Cookies. I've had the cookies. I hadn't had the Vietnamese food, and it was delicious. We had some, I'm going to say it wrong. Is it pho? Is that how you say it? P-H-O? I think that's how you say it. We had some of that, which was surprisingly more gingery than I expected. It was good. It just wasn't the flavor profile I thought I was going to get, but I was not disappointed. It was delicious. We also had some lemongrass chicken, which I can't stop thinking about. That was probably the best chicken I have ever put in my mouth. Then on Saturday, it was supposed to be a surprise party. Somehow I got roped into decorating for it, helping plan it, and all of that stuff, which I don't love. I appreciate the thought, but if it was up to me, I would have never had that party. I would have spent the day in my pajamas and not talking to anyone. Love you all. Love you from a distance, though. But no, I joke. I am very appreciative of it. I loved seeing all my people together in a safe environment, and just kind of fooling around. We played a couple of games of pool, and we had some cake. So, I mean, what's not to love about that? And then, of course, Sunday was my actual birthday, and I spent it with my boyfriend. I also met up with my best friend and had lunch with her and her baby and one of our college roommates. So it was just a lot of peopling. A lot of peopling. We did take a short break when I was with my boyfriend from birthday activities, thankfully, and we made some D&D characters because we've been invited to a game or a campaign, and we needed characters for that. I'm not the kind of person, like birthday person, who wants the attention on me. I don't really like that. I don't mind if people say happy birthday or what. Like, obviously, I appreciate that, but like, ooh. It's just not my favorite thing for everybody to be like, oh, look at you. Please don't. Please look away. Look at someone else. Look over there. Just don't look at me. That's just the introvert in me. That's also the middle child in me. I have 2 older brothers and a younger brother, so I share the middle with my middle brother. And yeah, I'm not used to being the center of attention. It's just not a part of life when you're in the middle. So anywho, I got derailed again. We finished up the traditional or non-traditional seating area and the desk. I think this teacher is a male and they are into Star Wars. I'm not generalizing here. I actually used inspiration from a real life teacher that I've had. I'm not going to name drop just in case because that's weird to me. But I did model this off of a high school English teacher that I had that also taught a film class, and I think he did yearbook. That feels right. He was into just movies in general, so there weren't a lot of posters and stuff around his room. But you can just tell. You just knew that he was into that kind of thing. He was into James Bond, I remember that. I feel like Star Wars was a big thing. And there was something else that I just can't nail it in my head right now. But yeah, I was using him as inspiration, so part of that was intentional. Now along the back, I didn't put in sinks or anything like that because this isn't a lab. They would have no need for sinks, but we do have kind of like a book area. We're going to pretend like there's supplies and stuff in those cabinets, and then we have journals for the students. I think I have too many journals per desk situation, but I feel like this is where they keep their workbooks. Maybe they take them with them. I don't know. I don't think this is anything like a private diary or anything. I think this is more of like a creative notebook. Maybe they're given a writing prompt at the beginning of every class, and that's how they take daily attendance, something like that. And they just store them in the back, and this guy is not particularly organized, but he's not totally unorganized, so it's kind of got some rhyme and reason. And then I hung that radio thing up in the back to make it look like a projector, and I'm really proud of that detail, and I just wanted to point that out. But on that note, I'm going to leave you guys here. Thanks for listening to me ramble. As always, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will be posting the screenshots on Instagram, and the tray files will be available for download in a Sims file share link down below. I will see you on Monday with my next video, and in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely rest of your week. Bye, guys.
You feel misunderstood. Say what's the remedy? We'd be like-minded if we could, but that's not the case.